Hey, sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you this week's mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx, the Bronx. It's the home of hip hop and salsa. For I am bringing you today just a delicious Jamaican meal. I have some jerk pork. I've got some rice and peas. Can you guys see? Jerk pork. I've got some rice and peas. I got a big ol' curry chicken beef patty. Is it still a beef patty when it's a chicken patty? It's just the New Yorker in me. We just call them all beef patties. And look, I've got some vegetables. You guys see the steamed vegetables, the steamed cabbage, and it's got carrots and onions and other stuff. Let's just start eating. It's late on Monday night. I'm starving. It is horribly cold in New York City. Apparently, up here on the East Coast, we're getting the remnants of Hurricane Ian, I believe. I lost count after Fiona. Been doing some stuff to raise money and raise awareness about the devastation that Hurricane Fiona did in Puerto Rico. And then, of course, there's Ian. So my brain is scattered, but yeah. So what was I saying? Yes, the weather is cold AF because we're dealing with the remnants of Ian being in this part of the United States. So despite the fact that it's fall in New York City and should be somewhere in the 60s and maybe even 70s, it is actually in the 40s and 50s. And when you add the wind chill, forget about it. Freezing my little culito off is what's happening. Jerk pork, people. Oh, tangy, spicy. Full of that wonderful roasted pork flavor. Oh. Golden Crust. Golden Crust is this Jamaican fast food chain. Oh my God. And I have not had their jerk pork in a super duper long time. And I am enjoying this. So frito lovers, how are you guys? It's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Yes, I win the title for world's worst mukbanger, most inconsistent mukbanger. It's just been a lot, you guys. I would say the last 3 or 4 months of my life have been incredibly intense, emotional, draining. I've had to refocus on a lot of different things. As a lot of you know, my best friend roommate passed on about a month ago. And then these hurricanes hit El Caribe and the Caribbean. And mourning, doing relief work, crying, yelling, screaming, protesting, picketing, demanding justice, demanding equity. Just a lot. Just a lot. And on top of that, like I said in the very beginning of the list, mourning. So, bit of roller coaster. My partner David is in California right now. Mourning and yet celebrating the life of someone who passed on, who is very, very close to his family, practically a sister. It has been... anybody else having a crappy 2022? My 2022 has been crappy. Okay? I'm talking about like 2020 was better than this year. Okay? The first year of the global panini was not as bad as this year has been. I am ready. Yeah, I'm ready to get one of those soundtracks like burner, 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 burner. You know, I'm ready to sing the blues. Just so much has happened this year. Oh, it has been a hard one. And it not just to me, but I feel like around me, people around me. I don't know if I'm a jinx or something, but David's been in California since last Wednesday. Since last Wednesday, which was what, September 28th. And the weekend right before he went to California, he was involved in a car accident. He was almost hit by a car. I'm not going to get into the details. He's fine. Simple twisting of muscles. There was no real impact, but had I gone the other direction, I would probably be talking to you about my fiance that I lost. 2022 has been a rough one. Rough. But despite the pain, despite the insanity, we still make time to enjoy life and find the goodness in the world. I'm working with my kids in my after school program, and they're amazing. They're funny, they're hilarious, they're amazing. Children just give you life. They give you stress and, ganas, gray hairs, but, they give you a lot of life. They make me laugh. They fill you with life. So work has been going great. I work with a lot of great people. My boss is amazing. I'm the old curmudgeon of the office. I'm the office viejo, the cranky one. But I still get to laugh and enjoy what happens with these kids and all that. I'm living life. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Days I cry, days I rage, days I have fury, days that I feel numb, I still live my life. That's what Frankie would have wanted me to do. So, and I am. So I'm here, Sofrito lovers. I'm in my apartment in the Northwest Bronx, and and I'm choking. As you're watching this, I'm choking. Let me wash some of this down with in my X-Men cup, some delicious peach Snapple zero sugar. They don't make the diet Snapple anymore. Everything is zero sugar. And I have to admit, I am here for it. I'm living for it. I love it. All right. Crisis averted. I'll live until the next piece of pork gets lodged. So I'm living here in the Bronx right now, basically by myself. And I say basically because when David is in town, he is spending some more time with me in the Bronx, more so than he used to. In the next couple of months, we're making a decision about whether he's moving here or if I'm moving to the Heights. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when you sit down and you do the pros and cons of both neighborhoods, Kingsbridge Heights, where I live here in the Bronx, and Washington Heights, where he lives, all the major points are here. Better rent, bigger space, better neighborhood, and our accessibility to Manhattan is pretty fantastic. I'm on the 4 train, which takes me to the east side of New York City, primarily east side of Manhattan. And then I'm also close to the D train, which takes me to the west side of Manhattan. And I'm a 5-minute bus ride from the number one train, which is this like super slow local albatross train. Any New Yorkers are listening to me probably laughing like, why you hate the one train? I just hate the one train. And I grew up on the one train. I grew up in West Harlem. And the one train was like our gateway to the New York City, the gateway to the world. And it was just like this super slow, super local piece of crap. It's like the 6 train on the east side. For all of you who are not from New York City, all of this train references and MTA references are going to mean nothing to you. But when you come visit New York City, take my advice. Try to always maneuver around the city on express trains. These local things are a nightmare. It's inevitable. You must always get on a local train, but they are a nightmare. People on the 6 train, people on the 1 train, people on the C. All the letters and all the numbers that are local are just horrifying. Wow, this is me being random and totally going off on tangents. What was my main point again? Yes, I am here deciding whether I am going to live here or live in Washington Heights. Honestly, for a lot of people, they would say, Ben, this is a no-brainer. Review the list one more time, folks. Better rent, way more space, better neighborhood, excellent access to the rest of the city. You know, a lot of you are already listening to this and you're like, Ben, again, screw Manhattan, live in the Bronx. It is not easy to take a space that you have shared with someone and turn it into something else. It's not. A lot of it, none of it is intellectual, none of it is scientific, none of it is logical. It's all completely emotional. Not just a regular chicken patty. It's a curry chicken patty. Oh. Oh my God, it's giving me life. This is so good. Oh, I love you, Golden Crust. I miss you. There used to be Golden Crust in my neighborhood. It was there for years. Then it shut down. This is from Golden Crust from Fordham Road, which is 1 train stop away from here. I'm a New Yorker, born and bred. I'm a New Yorican, a Puerto Rican from New York. When I talk about this city, I inevitably talk about the subway and the train. It's just what it is, folks. I know I'm making a lot of references to MTA, the Metro Transit Authority. Again, it's the New Yorker in me. And you know, living up here, it's been my home for over close to 25 years. David's only been in his place for somewhere between 10 and 15. And he's being very super sensitive and supportive. But it's just going to be a good fit for him. Living in Manhattan means that you're closer to everything that you want to do in the city. And I can tell you right now, as proud as I am to have lived in the Bronx, there have been plenty of times when I've been in downtown Manhattan or Brooklyn, and the idea of having to come all the way up to the Bronx on the subway has felt like hell. There have been times when I've been like, damn, I wish I lived in Harlem or Washington Heights, so I don't have to be on this train forever. And living in Washington Heights would definitely cure that whole situation. Now, a lot of you know, or any of you that are new school, Sofrito lovers, I live and work in the same neighborhood. I commute from this door to my school's door 15 minutes, which I know already a lot of you are like, what the hell are you thinking? Stay in the Bronx. Especially those of you that are New Yorkers. I don't commute. I don't have to get on the train or a bus. I walk. I can hear every New Yorker Are you a moron? Stay there. I can hear you all. I hear it. I can hear your eyes rolling, your teeth sucking. I can hear all of it. I get it. You know, a lot of David's life is in Manhattan, but then again, that's why we take the train, you know. But it's also, I feel bad having to displace him. It's rough. It's rough all around, folks. You know, someone is going to be inconvenienced and moving things around and cleaning and organizing. All this is stuff that we don't want to do. Frankie's been gone for like a month and maybe a week and a half. Maybe even a month and 2 weeks if I sit down and really do the math about it. But like, I have barely touched this apartment. It's very difficult. I've thrown away inconsequential, nonsensical things that I can throw away, like his toiletries and all that stuff. But it's still very emotional, and it's a lot, folks. It's a lot. You know. I'm doing the best that I can. And I recognize that I don't have to make decisions in the here and now. I have some time to work on stuff. So I am. And I will. It's not easy. It's not easy. But, you know, we got to make do and push forward. Doing the best that I can. And that's all I can do. But, David and I are trying to figure it out. Maybe he'll become a Bronx boy. He's lived in Manhattan and Queens. Maybe it's the part of his life where he lives in the Bronx now. Or maybe it's the beginning of my new life moving back in Manhattan. Y'all know I'm a Harlem boy. I grew up in Manhattan. And like I said, there's plenty of times where when I'm living my personal life and my political life, there are many a time where I just went like, oh God, I wish I lived in Manhattan so I wouldn't have to travel all the way up to the Bronx. Especially late at night, where if I take an Uber or a Lyft, it's going to be like $1 bazillion because the Ubers and Lyfts that are in Manhattan don't like traveling to Brooklyn, Queens, or the Bronx, especially the Bronx. You know, they're afraid that they're going to go into some demilitarized zone and never make it out, you know. Good old-fashioned New York City classism / racism / discrimination. I'm not going to the Bronx. I may not make it out alive. Stop it. People used to say that about Harlem and all that, so. Decisions, and I'm sure I make the right one. I made one tonight. Oh my God, this curry pork is so good. And pairing it with this curry chicken patty, not beef patty. Curry chicken patty. Brilliance, just pure brilliance on my part. Ay, mira, sofrito lovers. I'm glad I was able to make a video for you today. Y'all know me. I never finish anything on camera. Or when I do, it's when it's a real small portion. Today I'm carbo loading hard because I've been saving up my carbs, so. Things are good. Moving forward. I'll stay in touch, I promise. Mira, sofrito lovers, go out there, go have some culinary adventures, go have some fun. Go have some jerk pork from Golden Crust. It's so good. Mira, como siempre, go out there, go have some culinary adventures, go taste for yourself. Con mucho, mucho amor.